On this example, we want to use the properties of logarithms to expand the logarithmic expression. Whenever possible, evaluate the logarithmic expressions. The expression we want to expand is log of square root x over 1000 y to the third power. Now, the properties that we're going to use are down in this table below. And we have one called the product rule. And the product rule is a property that we can use when we have a product inside of our logarithm. The next property is called the quotient rule, and we can use that when we have division or a quotient inside of our logarithm. And then we have the power rule. And the power rule is for when we have something raised to a power inside of our logarithm. So what we're going to do is notice that inside of our logarithm we do have a fraction, we have division, so we're definitely going to be using the quotient rule. And I sort of like to combine these product rules and quotient rules together. And you'll notice that they look very similar. The only main difference is that we have multiplication and division, and on the other side, addition and subtraction. So if we combine these two together, we can see that when we have our factors in the numerator, our log should be positive, but when we have a factor in the denominator, our log should be negative. So inside of our log, I'm noticing a factor in the numerator and two factors in the denominator. So we're going to write this out with three separate logs: log of square root x, log of 1000, and log of y to the third power. So these ones that were in the denominator should be negative. So these two should be negative, and the one from the numerator should be positive. So we've got one in the numerator, and it should be positive. So that's using both the product rule and the quotient rule at the same time. Now we want to go a little bit further and use the power rule. We do have a power on this one, and on this one we have a radical. And something with radicals that we need to remember is that they can all be written as powers. So this radical is square root, and we're going to write that as x to the 1/2 power. So with the power rule, we take that power and it becomes the coefficient on the log. So we can write this as 1/2 log x minus log 1000 minus 3 log of y. So we took that 1/2 power and moved it to become the coefficient of each of those logs. We took that 3 and made it the coefficient of the log. Now we have one more thing to do. In the directions here, it says, whenever possible, evaluate a logarithmic expression. When we have the log of a number, we should try to evaluate it. Now, in order to evaluate it, we can use a calculator. I'm going to try to do it without a calculator. And we need to keep in mind that a log is an exponent. So we have log of 1000. And the exponent is, we're thinking, what is the base of this log? The base is 10. We know it to be 10 because no base was written. 10 to some power is going to equal what's inside the logarithm, 1000. And 10 to the third power is 1000. So I know that this log expression, to evaluate it, I need to turn it into 3. So that will make this expression 1/2 log x minus 3 log of y. So that is the final answer for expanding this logarithmic expression. Thank you for checking out my videos. Have a great day.